world, Kennedy said, the world is a very different place now. For man holds in his hands, in his mortal hands, the power to abolish all forms of human poverty, all forms of human life, and yet at the same time, at the same revolutionary belief for which our forebears fought are still at issue around the globe. The relief, the belief that right of man came not from the generosity of the state, but the hand of God. Since Kennedy's inauguration, we've outlawed God. We heard yesterday alone that they're now locking up ministers who go into court and openly say they recite the Bible as a prevailing law. The Bible is a prevailing law. All laws were based on the Bible. Our Constitution was based on the Bible. Yet the ACLU and the American Bar Association have outlawed God. They've tried him and they've convicted him and they've told him he has no place in the United States society. This has got to change. He went on to say, we dare not forget today that we are the heirs of the first revolution. Let the word let the word go forth this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans. Born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which the nation has always been committed and to which we are committed today, at home and around the world. How many of the people who spoke in the last 2 days believe that? How many of them, I would say the ones I saw, not one of them believes that we now that our rights are being protected, our rights are being robbed and stripped from us, our families are being taken from us, and the lawyers and the judges have joined in an absolute criminal conspiracy to tear down this nation, to make the top 2% of the people who control 90% of the wealth in this nation transfer it over to the Middle East and the Far East, along with our jobs, so they can come in like they're doing right now and buy up everything at a fire sale. They're putting thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people out of their homes every day. I believe it's the count is 11,000 homes are being foreclosed in the United States on a given day. I live in Prince George's County, Maryland, and we have a judge over there who forecloses on 1,100 homes a month, and he had to take a nuts and bolts class in foreclosure because he didn't know anything about it. When you confront him and ask him about the United States protections under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act and the Truth in Lending Act, he said, what are they? What are they? They're federal. I don't know anything about federal. Well, you moron, step down from the bench, resign your office, and stop stealing these people's homes. Let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe, in order to assure the survival and the success of liberty. I don't know about you, liberty's gone, your rights are gone. People in the House and Senate of the United States are responsible for that. This much I pledge, this much we pledge annually. What's wrong with this nation now is just like this rally. We have a whole lot of people, a lot of organizations who get together and they complain. They complain on the internet, they complain on the internet, they complain in private, they complain in small groups and gatherings. Someone has to be able to take the bull by its horns. We have to have a new system that's outside of the United States government. We need to get somebody who has some funding. We need to address the Department of Education to set up a independent, non-government operated, non-attorney operated complaint system where when a person walks out of court and they feel that they have been wrong, that they can fill out a complaint against an attorney or against a judge and send it to somebody similar to the judgewatch.org or some other organization so that they can keep an accurate record so that when citizens have to go into Buffalo, New York, before a judge, they can look on a website and find out how many infractions this judge has got and what they should be prepared for. The same goes for the attorneys. Most citizens don't realize that 98% of the attorneys in the United States are employed by the top 2% of the wealthiest people in this country and the top 12% of corporations and municipal governments, federal governments, all of the governments. The House is a corporation, the Senate is a corporation. If they control, if the attorneys all work for them, how do you expect that 1 or 2% who does not work for them or some bank to represent you fairly when you go into court? It can't happen. But we don't have an adequate set of checks and balances. A large majority of the courts in the United States are not even courts of record. People go into, especially in the Commonwealth of Virginia, if you go into a court, you do not get a transcript of the proceeding. There is no transcript unless you petition the judge prior to going into court and hire a private transcriber to be there. You can never take a case on appeal without a transcript. They know that. So they routinely violate your rights. So the appeal is null and void once you can't produce a transcript because there's no way of verifying whether your rights were protected.